Hello student, this is Dr. Abhishek Kumar and you all are welcome to our channel. This is only dedicated to the Department of English APSN College. So today in this lecture we will be discussing about the life of Anglo section. In the previous sessions we have already learned the session in the sense that the PPT had been presented over our website and you can go there and learn exactly that what it happened there. So in the sessions in the PPT we have already discussed about the Anglo sections and how the England, how English introduced in England, how England was formed and how Anglo sections and Jews together created a very influential empire. So now in these sessions, we will learn that when they settled, they all started living in England, that what kind of the life they used to spend, how they, how was the geographical scenarios of there, what was the lifestyles and the standard of lives, what kind of the architects that they developed, what kind of the animals, and simply that the basic objective of this lessons we will just try to just develop, try to just make you imagine so that you can easily just with relate yourselves with the times when Anglo-Saxons used to live there. So this is only the objectives. Now let's start. So the most important thing is that about the life of Anglo-Saxons, that is, it was a very hardship. It was very hard because if you go to the geographical areas of there, it was totally dense with the forest and so many uh, wild animals were there, and you can imagine that how it was difficult to survive. As far as the number of inhabitants of there is concerned, there were only 100 inhabitants, and just being the part of the 100 inhabitants, do you think that how much difficult it was to survive? And finally they survived, and today we can see the impressions of England everywhere in the map of the world, the globe. So the life of the Anglo-Saxons at the very beginnings was full of struggle, and you can say it was just against the savage, savage and the savage natures and the savage mans of there. That means you can see that they were not civilized. They were in the way of learning the civilizations. They have not any the system of life correcting that how they could live their life, and there's so many things there. So it was very hard and rough, and you can imagine that how managed to manage themselves and become a very influential after spending so many times of there. So at first we will try to learn there the society was in what phase, and the society was concerned that Anglo-Saxons that they created, that they formed the society, it was simply divided into three classes. So the three classes is, the first class is that's we call Thans. So it was Thans, and in the three different classes of their society, they were supposed to be the upper classes. And what kind of the life they used to live? They were just spend their times like hunting and feasting. Okay, and they expected that whosoever used to follow them, they used to give them like weapons. So whatever their lifestyles they were living, accordingly they used to gifts and accordingly they used to perform there. Now the second categories and the second classes is there, that is the churls. The churls is the middle of the classes, and they were reasonably well off, they were healthy, sorry, wealthy, and comparatives, some of also of them, they were very poor, but at least they were free. Now we comes to the another, the last, not the least, you can say that the thralls. The thralls is concerned, they are the inferior. They were simply the inferior classes, the list of the classes, and they all were simply the slaves. As they were living the life of slavery, that's why it was very hard to survive, and they were totally dependent. They were all dependents, and they need to pay, and they used to just spend their times, they earn their livelihoods depending on the upper classes. The upper classes, that means the thans used to own the large properties, and with the large properties, their trials was just trials were as a working classes. They used to work there, and against the working, they were getting the payments in the form of like the parts of their crops, and so and so forth. So this was the different three classes of there. Now we will move to the next slide here. So in the beginning of this sessions, we have already discussed that what kind of the geographical part. So let's we discuss again that what kind of the geographical area it was. It was a very different places, and what we are just looking, when you just over the internet, and when you will Google uh, the geographies, that the lifestyles of the Britons, that you can see of England, yeah, that you can see that what is today, what is the scenario of theirs today, you can see there. It was ultimately quite, because the differences you can also see there, because it is the story about when Anglo-Saxons came England, that was the fifth century, and from the 5th century to 11th century they were there, and continuously they started living there. So the all the times when they settles there, it was full covered with the forest and wolves, sprawls, and them, and they were danger domestic animals, because whatever they used to keep the domesticates, the domestic animals, it was simply very hard to make it safe, because at the very moments they have to just keep a safety measures for themselves as well as the animals also. So it was very tough. Now you can see that as I have already discussed, that 100 inhabitants was there, and they grew their own fruits, made their own clothes. They used to grow their own foods. They don't need to go anywhere. They don't need to migrate somewhere else in search of food or in search of clothes, because they used to made it themselves, and the food they also grow themselves. So out of this, that means the except salts and irons. This was the two important things for they used to migrate it. They used to go somewhere else to find these salts and irons. Now we will discuss there the farmers in Anglo-Saxon England. That it is altogether we have learned that what kind of the people they used to live there, and what was the geographical part. Now the farmers, that we all know that the farmers play a very vital role in our lives, that in the context of GDP, what the present economical term generally we used. So it was the vast majority of Anglo-Saxons that they used to earn their livelihood by farming. So we were discussing there that how they used to live. So the farming was the prime source of living and how they were surviving. So for the farmings, they used 8 oxen pulled plows, and the field was simply supposed it was divided into two, or sometimes it was in a three huge strips. Now that what kind of crops they used to grow, that is the wheat, barley, and rye. As far as vegetable is concerned, peas, cabbage, farnes, carrots, and celery. Domestications, for the domestications, that they used herd of goats, cattle, pigs, and apart from these, the flock of sheep also. But whenever they found very hard to just make it alive, because in the winter uh, to feed them it was very hard. That's why in the winter they used to slough it, and meat salted it there. So this was the lifestyles, and it is a brief informations we have today discussed there, and we come to know that the life standards, that the classes of peoples that we that is the three different classes is there, and that their dependency over the farmings for the crops, because whatever we have learned here, that is only the objectives, that because these are the simply things that will just be alive in your minds, and then you can just have a glimpse of, have an idea of exactly that the kind of the confusions that to solve some things, that is very important, that how much you are connects yourself, and for that kind of, for that connectivity, we it is mandatory to learn the lifestyles of there, that because it is the curiosity must develop, that they were exactly like us or they were quite different from us. That's why. Thank you so much.